One for me and one for you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's what beer are you drinking today?
This is Falcon. Näbbläsk in Swedish.
Okay.
The best one in Sweden.
Really? Do you know what kind of beer is it?
No, it's a classic lager with a bit of German taste. It's from, they call it Bayersk.
Bayersk. I like the logo. Very, very metal.
Yeah, it's a folk.
So
How are you?
Great to see you. It's been a while, dude. We can finally make this happen. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you last time at Obscene Extreme, right?
Wow. No. When I booked you guys in Madrid, Arson Project.
Was that the last time?
Yeah. Because Obscene Extreme was 2015. And Arson Project was what? 2017, 18?
Did you play in 2015 the last time?
Maybe. It's been a while, dude.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, right?
This next song is about my record collection.
I remember, I think that's what grabbed you about us, that sentence.
Yeah, I don't know the English word for it, but all the talk between the songs, I really enjoy when people say what's up about like the lyrics and the theme of the song and all this, like some thought behind it, not only all the time,
Yeah, we also have to remember to have a good time,
Exactly. And that's what we're going to have today.
Fuck yeah, I'm ready to go, dude. By the way, my sidekick is here.
Hey, what?
Bingo.
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 Hi, Bingo.
What's up? On camera B, you'll be able to see him better.
Awesome. So we're here today to talk about grindcore and true and false grindcore once and for all. Yeah. The man of war. That's true, by the way.
So the big question is Manowar grindcore?
I would say no.
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'd say no. Okay.
Carl Logan can maybe play porno grind. That was dark.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can see that happening.
Yeah. So what is grindcore to you? Like, how would you define the genre of grindcore?
Wow. Okay. Before anything, I think I'd like to point out something which I think is important before we get into this discussion, which is whatever we're talking about is just labels, right? What's good is good. I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And what's really important, doesn't matter what genre of music, but I think it's important in any kind of art, whether it's poetry or painting. I just think it's important to be true to yourself, be sincere, because people see right through you, and you can any style. So I think that's what's most important. So back to your initial question.
Yeah.
What is grindcore? The big question. Well, I think grindcore is comes from punk and hardcore. All right. So I've always seen it as an extreme version of punk and hardcore with metal influences. But I think grindcore is more about the ethos and the mentality than the actual music. That's my opinion. There's a strong DIY ethic, going against the grain, and musically, very fast, very raw. Very fast, very raw. Punk attitude. Some good riffs, What about you, Ellis? What's your definition of grindcore?
I guess it's the same. It's like a fast version of hardcore and punk mixed with metal influences, and as you said, raw. Yeah, that's what it takes. Like from the music, so to say. But I guess when it comes to lyrics and so on, I think we can have a great discussion about that. I'm gonna throw it right in. Agatocles.
Yes,
they don't want to
for
be
sure.
called grindcore, but they want to be called mincecore. But do you remember the album called Grindcore is Protest? Do you
Correct.
remember? Yeah.
Yes.
So the protest part of it, the whole thing, the whole sentence was, grind is not a popularity show for pathetic posing pricks, which think snuff, sexism, and homophobia are so fucking cool. Grind is protest. So with that sentence,
Mhm.
is protest grind?
I believe so. I believe grindcore is protest. Protest doesn't necessarily have to be political. Although I think a lot of course, a lot of grindcore bands dabble in political issues, which I think are very important. For example, even if you're DIY, that's protest. You're going against the grain, or I think it's very normalized in our scene where it's meat free for the most part. You know, I think that's a sort of protest as well. Just we play all of these squats. We don't fully enjoy playing in your mainstream venues. That's a sort of protest against like mainstream culture. I'd say so. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think I have a good point. All the like classic venues in Germany, we played squats and so on. 100% leaning to the left. Yeah, I guess a very important part, and I think that's the punk element in it, not the metal part.
For sure.
Yeah, and if grind is protest, I mean, you can't call Sunday Bloody Sunday by U2 a grindcore, even if it's a protest song. And the same thing with the Smiths with the Meat is Murder, or Give a Piece of Chance by John Lennon. You know what I'm talking about. It's like it's protest songs, but they are still lacking the grind part. So I think it's very important that we like make it clear what grindcore was from the beginning. But I already think we've done it.
But see, all of these things, like all of these elements, like the Smiths or Johnny Cash, that's a very punk attitude to have, you know. So, so maybe, yeah, I think so. Certain aspects, of course. There's, I don't know, I haven't dabbled in the history or Wikipedia of a lot of these popular bands, but I'm sure they've done a lot of stuff that wouldn't be considered punk, you know. But I do consider maybe their roots are punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Give a Piece of Chance. I mean, is that punk? Is punk love? I know the Arson Project. They made a shirt here last year. It says the Arson Project, and they're standing with a wall where somebody spray painted "Punk is love." Is
Fuck
punk
yeah,
love?
dude. I think so. I think so. It is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, that's one of Arson Project's best shirts, if not their best shirt. Insert image here.
More of those.
It's punk love shit, man. We're getting in like we're crossing difficult territories. Like, what is punk? It's punk love? I can definitely see that. You know, like, Ellis, you've been in the music scene for forever, right? Like what, 15, 20 years? I don't know.
20?
Yeah,
1918,
okay.
I don't know, something like that.
And I felt like more love from the punk, hardcore, grindcore scene than anywhere else. Definitely at work, or
for sure.
you know, or maybe some family members that don't understand what we do. You know, so fuck yeah, punk is love. I'd say so. Love. What do you think?
I mean, the feeling I get from it when I meet the people, when I go to live shows, that is love. But it's also, you know, aggression. Like when on stage, you love what you do, but it's pure fucking aggression, and it can also be rooted in some, like some songs can be rooted in hate instead of love. And I mean, that's where I come back to that one, like give peace a chance. I don't know if I ever heard one single Beatles song where the theme is hate instead of love. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
think? Okay.
But I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. I see the Beatles are fucking twisted, dude. You know, have you dabbled in their discography? Deep?
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes I can just like I hear a sentence. What does he say? I used to be cruel to my woman. I hit her and took her away from the things that she loved. But
Oh, wow.
You remember that line? It's from.
That might be John Lennon solo. I don't know. I might be.
No. It's one of their happiest songs.
Oh wow.
You have to admit, it's getting better. It's getting better all the time. Do 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 do. And suddenly
I
this
don't
line
recall. I
shows
don't
up.
recall.
Yeah, but if punk,
Back to Grindcore.
yeah, back to grindcore for sure. Crippled Bastards. Did you ever see the DVD Blackmail and Assholism?
I have not, but I've heard about it.
Yeah.
So why? Elaborate. What's up with the DVD?
No, I mean, if this is love to us, and suddenly the DVD shows up, and you look at the cover of it, and it says blackmail and assholism, is that something positive or negative in your point of view?
Blackmail? What? Sorry.
Blackmail. Like, do you know what blackmail is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
When you blackmail someone.
Yeah, exactly. Blackmail
Okay.
and assholism. Like an asshole, like assholism.
Okay.
Like a play on words.
Right. So you're asking, I've never, you're telling me, you're asking me what's my opinion on these lyrics, for example, blackmailing and assholism?
No, I mean, if we agree that the scene is love, how come that people can have such themes as, you know, like hate and like, aggressive
well, I
stuff?
think
And
for example, sorry to cut you off. I think I know what you're getting at, right?
yeah.
For example, my girlfriend Sarah, which I live with, we've been on lockdown for several months now. And she's like, oh my God, you need to play a show, dude, because you're getting on my nerves, you know, like, so like, because like, I'm sure this happens to all of us. It's our release, you know. I'm a pretty fucking funny, happy guy because I have that release with Teething. And I'm sure you have it with BIRDFLESH and all of the projects you have.
For sure.
So even though the first layer is like hate, fast, raw, the outcome is a positive one, you know.
Yeah,
so that's I think, like, yeah, it's as an outsider it's easy to say like, oh, evil, bad, but no, the outcome is good, you know. And we do a lot of like grindcore is very socially aware, you know. We I don't know, man, like we there's a lot of like charitable events. We do a lot of stuff for the cause, you know. We help each other out, you know. How many bands have like slept over at your house, or how many houses have you slept over at, you know? Like, what
must have been hundreds.
Yeah, I don't know how does this happen in the hip-hop scene? I don't know. You know. Does this happen in the like DJ electronic scene? I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah, same here. I doubt it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, man, punk is love.
Do you got protest songs in Teething?
Can I flip? Because I know you enjoy Teething. Because I flip it around and ask you. Because I know you like to read the Teething lyrics. Do you see any protest songs in Teething?
Yeah, I do. It's more maybe like harsh critique. You know what I'm saying? It's not like gather the masses and do this. It's like more like simple things in life. You know? Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, for example, I know one of your favorite Teething songs is "You and Your Fucking Car." That's like, Yeah,
fucking sure.
I gather you drive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you consider yourself a good driver?
Nowadays, yes.
Okay.
Maximum for a year. I used to
Okay,
drive like
so
an asshole.
okay, so there you go. That song was dedicated to the Ellis of a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that's like, I fucking respect. I'm a good driver. I don't fuck around, but there's all of these assholes on that like put everyone else in danger. So that's about the simple. I think we can all relate to those things. So teething lyrics are very like, they're protest. They're against like your, to be truth, to tell you the truth. They're first world problems. They're like, I meet up with my friend to have a beer and he's on his fucking phone and I want to stab his eyeball with a fork, and it's that kind of stuff. Wait till you hear the new album, because wow, I have hundreds of ideas. It's stuff everyone lives every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And so
day-to-day
I consider
stuff.
that protest.
Yeah, of course. But it's funny. It's like as you said, it's a problem that we maybe have it like in the West world. Maybe not a big political movement
For
or
sure.
like anti-war and all this.
For sure, that's what I'm getting at. Like, if I were to talk napalm death politics, which napalm death is for me a 10 out of 10, like fuck yeah, Barney. But I'm sorry, I'm not as smart and intellectual as Barney is. So if I were to write lyrics like that, it would come off as insincere. Yeah. And you know what? I've seen a lot of bands, grindcore bands, try to do that and it doesn't come off real,
We're getting close to it. Is this what we can call false?
Ooh. False grind?
Yeah.
Okay, so no, I'd say okay, so this is how I live my life, right? Like a couple of years ago, I got this like really good advice, which is, and I hold this advice very close to my heart, which is you don't have to have an opinion about everything. Okay, which is funny because that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're having fun, we're two friends, like just having, it's not to take too seriously. But so what's false grind? See, I can relate to someone writing lyrics that they're not totally comfortable with. The beginning of Teething or of my first bands were like, I was kind of discovering myself. I didn't know what to write about, or it could sound kind of phony, but now I'm like I've been in Teething and other bands for the longest time. So now I'm comfortable writing about what's my personal protest, So what is fake grind to you, Ellis? Is my question is a band writing political lyrics they don't really believe in, is that a fake grind band?
The lyrics are probably fake if you can't stand behind them. And I even if it's like a good band and everybody's like really grooving live, but you can see that the singer is really uncomfortable if he can't stand behind his lyrics. And you know what I'm saying? I will get I would say it's phony.
Okay, for sure it's phony, but I'd say so I think we didn't dig in deep into this, but lyrics are, I'd say, an important or relevant part of grindcore for sure. So I guess if the band can't stand behind the lyrics, I don't know if I would call it fake grind, but for sure it's phony, or it's just comes and goes. It's gonna go in one ear and come out the other. You're gonna be like, whatever, next band.
Do you consider that you make it easy for yourself when you write about everyday problems instead of like Barney kind of lyrics?
Right. For sure, because that's where I'm comfortable. That's where I can truly express myself. Like I pride myself on writing simple yet effective lyrics. Like there is a song about when I used to smoke cigarettes, like how I fucking wanted to kill people. That guy, the typical guy that would bum cigarettes off you all night, you know, like, dude, buy your own fucking pack of cigarettes, you know? So yeah. So Ellis, is there any let's get some dirt, right? I think that's like what you and me want to hear, or the people want to hear. Can we talk dirt?
I'm gonna twist it around because I asked you if you think that you make it easy for yourself, and I think your answer was brilliant. And I think it's the same thing in BIRDFLESH. I think I guess we have some protest songs, but like very everyday kind of problems. But most of it, I think it will make it very easy for ourselves in a very humorous way. But people can still like recall situations and, you know, play on words and so on. I mean, we have more songs about cats and taco evenings and different kinds of foods than war, you know? You know?
Yeah, but that's where you guys are comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
where you guys are comfortable, and that's your way of protest, right?
yeah.
Okay.
No, I actually don't know. I don't consider myself. I don't consider BIRDFLESH to be a protest band. I only think it's about the music part. It's fast, it's raw, it's brutal. It has all that. But it was funny because we have a Wikipedia definition. Do you want it read to you?
Please read it.
They already said more or less what we said, but the grindcore is an extreme fusion genre of heavy metal and hardcore punk that originated in the mid-1980s, drawing inspiration from abrasive sounding musical styles such as thrashcore, crust punk, hardcore punk, extreme metal, and industrial. I'm not sure about that though, but it's Wikipedia. Grindcore is considered to be a more noise-filled style of hardcore, while hardcore punk, while using hardcore trademarks, characteristics such as heavily distorted, down-tuned guitars, blah 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 blah. But the important part, here it is: lyrical themes range from a primary focus on social and political concerns to gory subjects matter and black humor. Black humor, I guess that's where we maybe fit in.
I think so. I think
And about
the nail on the coffin there.
Sorry?
No, they hit the nail on the coffin there. Like that's exactly what BIRDFLESH and Teething do.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, there's a big element of black humor. Yeah.
The gory subject. Do you listen a lot to gore grind?
I wouldn't say a lot, but like for example, do you consider Exhumed gore grind band?
We're coming to that later. I have a game for you.
Oh, nice. Well, for example, I fucking love Exhumed to the bones.
Same here.
Fuck yeah. And Hemorrhage, which are from Madrid.
Yeah.
Mad respect for them. Carcass, of course, but yeah, I'd say it's definitely not one of my like in my record collection. There's a few gore grind records, but not a lot. What about you?
I guess I have some gore grind in my collection, but it's to be really honest, lyrics has never been the important part for me in music. It's been about the groove.
Of course, you're a guitarist. You know, that's.
I'm much more than that, man.
Ooh. What else do you play apart from guitar?
I play piano.
Okay, nice.
And every guitarist can play bass.
There you go.
On our latest recording, not released yet, I played the flute.
Ooh, nice.
That sucked, believe me.
Okay.
I
Dave Grohl of Grindcore.
Thank you. Do you play? Do you play any instruments?
Nothing. I can't hold a rhythm. I only know how to draw monsters and write ridiculous lyrics. That's all, dude.
But that's more
So
than most people can do, right?
fuck. I hope so. I hope so. So do you think this Wikipedia description is correct?
Yeah, more or less. More or less. I don't get the industrial part though.
Well, I think since I think there is, because Justin Broderick, that was in the original lineup of Napalm Death, he later formed BIRDFLESH, and then was it Mick or Mitch Harris later went on to form Scorn. So there's like a link. There's like a small link there, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For
You know,
sure.
there's a lot of grindcore bands with like drum machines, like agoraphobic.
You have a good point here.
Maybe.
You have a good point here.
Yeah.
XSX Maniacs.
There you go. There
Have
you
you
go.
heard them?
Yes, I have a split they have with Total Fucking Destruction, I think.
Yeah.
See, there they have a lot of black humored, tasteless lyrics, don't they?
Yeah, for sure, for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
The moment I remember a song, you should check it out. The moment you start to enjoy it, it will only get worse.
Oh, okay. It's very sexually themed, isn't it? Yeah. Triple
Yeah,
X
and I mean that's the black humor or very unpolitical correct theme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so what's your experience? Because you played hundreds of shows, you know, hundreds of promoters, hundreds of bands, etc. Do you feel like there's a lot of like gatekeepers in grindcore? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like gatekeepers are like, this is grindcore, that's not grindcore. You know,
yeah.
like
No.
oh no.
Not at all. I would
Okay.
actually say that judgmental part is no. I don't know if I ever met anybody like that.
That's
the only time where I meet them, and that's where I got the idea of this video. Where we're going to talk about false grind. It's when it's written in grindcore forums online, and people say false, 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 false. You know.
okay. There you go. So that's where I'm getting at. Like the internet and the real world are very different things. You know, like, and So I'm that's exactly what you're saying. I'm sure on social media, on message boards, you see all of these like people talking about what's true, what's false, etc. But in real person, for example, at the Obscene Extreme, you'll never see that. It's just people having a great time.
Yeah, this is a video for the internet community.
Fuck yeah, dude. And but anyways, like, yeah, for me that's a very that whole gatekeeper mentality, it's a very like high school mentality, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we've all been there maybe when we were like 15, you know, or something.
Especially when you have listened to black metal. Did you ever do that?
I did. I had my black metal phase. But I wasn't like a black metal dude, but I was like interested in black metal. What about you?
I have listened a lot to black metal, and I used to live in Norway also, and I guess I mean I still listen to a lot of black metal. I'm not I don't go to shows that frequently, stuff like that, but yeah, I still listen to it. But I remember maybe it was because I was young. Or maybe just because it's more common that things has to be true for them. I mean, even Mayhem, I think they have the true Mayhem in their logo nowadays, right?
Yeah,
it's like it's very important to not be false. And I guess Dimmu Borgir would be considered false because they are writing about more or less like fantasy lyrics and like you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No, for sure. So like doesn't that whole mentality seem very like teenager to you?
Yeah, for sure. Childish
It's
as
like you're
hell.
trying to prove a point. Like if you're secure with yourself, you don't need to like prove or disapprove those things, you know. You're comfortable with like whatever. Like why spend several minutes of your day like talking negatively about that, you know?
Yeah.
And like I always compare this to a certain thing, which is like I love horror movies, Ellis. Do you?
I used to watch a lot of horror movies. I don't know. Maybe I own like 500 or something like on VHS. But
I'd say you love horror
nowadays,
movies then.
but
Okay.
nowadays, you know, I don't know the word for it. Is called reflex when you get scared, like oh,
Oh, okay.
like that. I
Yeah.
can't fucking watch it anymore.
Okay.
I really can't do it. I need to have company to do it, and not even then. I'm a fucking chicken shit nowadays.
Okay. So and I'm a big horror fan. Like I've always been a horror fan. Like that's my fucking thing. I'd even like go and say I like that maybe even more than music, you know? That's how much I love horror. But even though I love horror, I don't have to hate on comedy movies or action movies. So that's when I see people doing that, that's the equivalent. It's like I don't need. It's like you're trying to prove how much you love horror movies or something. It's ridiculous. It's just very teenager to me. Everything. That's all. We can. I just wanted to let that out. Oh, okay. Let's. I have another question for you. For example, maybe this is your game though. Like, are you gonna name bands? Are we gonna talk about certain bands?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about bands.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you if you
start.
think certain bands are grindcore. Like for example, is Full of Hell a grindcore band?
They have grindcore influences. It's fucking fast. It's raw. It's brutal. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, but yeah.
So I'd say that I'm asking you this because I'd say I'd say they're definitely rooted in grindcore and a lot of power violence too.
Yeah.
And you know they've there's been a very cool evolution. They've like found their own sound. They implement like noise and like atmospheric harsh shit. That doesn't mean it's not grindcore. That's just a band growing up, you know. But I'd definitely say they're rooted in grindcore.
Yeah. Is this grindcore?
That's about as grindcore as it gets, I think.
I think I agree here.
Okay, nice.
I think we got a milestone here, right?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And is that like one of the best cover arts in the world or what, dude? Insert picture.
I'm doing it to this camera or
okay.
Here or there.
Or here.
Or there.
Or here.
So what about next album? Is this grindcore?
Ooh. Okay, wait, but we both have to answer. Is Napalm Death grindcore for you?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, this is the milestone, right?
Fuck yeah.
But it has a lot to do with rock and roll as well. Just listen to fuck it. I mean, it's for sure. It's grindcore, but it has about the Wikipedia definition. I guess it's more influences than what it says, you know, and when what we were talking about earlier. But to me, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
How can Scum not be good?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Scum is like the most grindcore word ever.
Yeah, that's Scum. The Arson Project, the full-length album. Do you remember the name of it?
The latest one. Disgust.
Yeah, Disgust.
Okay, yeah, that's so cool. It's straight to the point, like to the throat, you know. Disgust.
Yeah.
Did you have a hand in the lyrical content of that record?
No. Only Niklas. Only Niklas. And afterwards, I think it was a really smart move. I helped him with like phrasing and rhythms,
Okay.
and how we can like fit things, some like arrange
Cadence
things.
and stuff.
Yeah. But no like meaning of the lyrics or like change words in that sense. No.
Arson Project Disgust is a great grindcore record.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah.
I agree.
With a lot of. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I really don't want to self-promote too much, but I gladly promote this. Do you consider this grindcore?
I want you to answer first.
Yeah. To me, to me, it's grindcore, for sure.
Okay.
I really I can't find a better word for it though. You know.
Okay.
It isn't scum, but it's
it isn't scum, but isn't it? It's just a modern evolution on that. Like it's a record. Scum came out in the late 80s, 87 something.
God damn it.
The Scum probably came out in 87, and this came out 2017. This is just the evolution of grindcore.
Yeah.
It's just a fresher take. It's we're younger dudes. We were raised with different things, and we listen to a different hardcore than those guys listen to. But it's still grindcore. You know, for me it is.
That's a great album title, by the way. Evolution of Grindcore.
Fuck yeah, dude. But see, here's where I think a lot of people. I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there's a lot of gatekeepers that don't want it to evolve. Mm-hmm. But I think you'll always have that in any genre of music.
Yeah, and people want to put a different label on it, and when it's enough people doing that, you can have like a new genre, like death grind.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. And many times the music can sound the same, but the lyrics theme is about some other disgusting thing. So we are a porno grind band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
I know what you mean.
You can't sound like a porno grind band. It's about the lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
No.
I haven't. Yeah. Sorry. Next record.
Oh, here we go. Insert picture here.
Ooh.
Variante alla morte. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crippled Bastards.
Okay.
Grindcore.
Grindcore. I'd say for sure they're grindcore. I mean,
false.
See, the thing is, I haven't dabbled that much in Crippled Bastards. I actually own that record.
No.
I haven't played it that many times. I'm
gonna give you the best tracks on it. But keep on going.
Okay, for sure. And for sure they're grindcore, especially because the what's the lead singer's name?
Julio the Bastard.
Julio the Bastard. Well, Julio the Bastard runs FOAD Records, doesn't he? Yeah, and like you can't get any more fucking grindcore than running that label. Like, come on, man. Like that guy like has such a DIY work ethic. Like, come on. Like I've dabbled more in his label than his band. And like mad respect to anyone who runs a label for that long. Like, you kidding me, dude? That Insect Warfare box set he released a year or two ago is fucking great, man. Like fuck yeah, dude. Grindcore to the max, dude, for sure. What do you think?
Crippled Bastards, 100% sure. It's about I guess they have everything. But it's like from album to album. This album, I can hear like Slayer riffs. I hear a lot of hardcore in it. I mean, to me, it really has everything. And you should check out. I don't speak Italian, so I'm just gonna say especially check out 13 and 15. Track number 13 and 15. Swange, Shaima, and Stupro e Adio. I have no idea what it means, but it's fucking great songs.
For sure. I'll do it 13 and 15. I'll let you know later tonight. I'll play it on vinyl because I own that record on vinyl. So I'll definitely do that.
It actually looks like Follow the Leader with Korn. You see that?
Fuck yeah, dude. That's right. Because Follow the Leader's from 1998. What's that? That must be from the mid 2000s.
No, this has to be later. I mean, I remember when they put this up. This was the first major one on like a big label. I think this was Relapse.
I think.
Yeah. So I guess this is like 14, 15. I don't know. Sometimes I still think I'm 25. So. Okay, so next album.
BIRDFLESH. Fuck yeah, dude. I have a quick question about BIRDFLESH. How long have you been in BIRDFLESH, and how long has BIRDFLESH been around?
I've been in the band for 9 years.
Wow. Okay.
I got a call from Adde one day, and he had seen a show with my other band. I didn't know Adde, the drummer. And he called me and said, "Do you want to go on a Nightliner tour with Macabre?" And I was like,
"Ooh,
100%."
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that's how I became a part of BIRDFLESH from the beginning, as a stand-in. But I think BIRDFLESH celebrating the 28th year now.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't realize they were around for that long.
Adde created the band when he was 13.
Fuck yeah.
And therefore the logo and some of the songs we still play, like Brutal Pregnancy. It's written by the you stick inside the dick, you hit her in the skull, out comes the baby. It's the brutal pregnancy.
Wow. How is 2020 taking those lyrics?
I really couldn't care less. It's written by a 13-year-old boy, and they are watching a band of 3 grown men in dresses and masks, like having fun, but being true to themselves. We are this is all about having fun.
Right.
Yeah, but still fucking aggressive. I still get that pissed off feeling when you play some really heavy stuff,
And what's really important, BIRDFLESH has like fucking cool ass riffs, man. Which is, I think, a lot of grindcore. I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a lot of grindcore bands that don't have badass riffs. I'd for sure say you guys. That's one of your strongest points. The fucking cool.
It's
riffs.
The thrash element. I guess.
There you go. Exactly, the thrash element.
Yeah.
So to tell you the truth, musically, I definitely say BIRDFLESH is grindcore, and I haven't dabbled enough in the lyrics to tell you if they're grindcore, but I'd say for sure, why not? I just don't know. I'm getting the impression there's like some gnarly lyrics from back in the day.
There are still some gnarly lyrics from this day.
Okay, from this day.
Yeah, okay. 100% sure. I actually asked YouTube, the Wheelmust Production followers, if BIRDFLESH was grindcore, and we got the 10% on no, 53% on yes, and 37% on Let's Crazy.
What? Let's Crazy? There you go. That's the grindcore mentality, man. Let's have a good time, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
for sure. So I will say that BIRDFLESH has one of the coolest logos I've ever seen. I really like that logo.
I think that was the first bass player, Mange Roos. I think he was the guy who came up with it from the beginning. His stage name was Mutanga.
Mutanga. Nice. On my behalf, BIRDFLESH is grindcore for sure.
Good to know. True or false?
True? Fuck yeah, true, man. You guys are fucking troopers, man. Like, you guys play everywhere.
Next album.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is like, okay, I guess, yeah, for sure. That's fucking awesome. Of course, it's like grindcore. I think it's like encapsulates what late 90s, early 2000s grindcore was all about, you know.
Sure.
Personally, I have not dabbled that much in Nasum, but for like half of my friends, like that's like Nasum is like the holy Bible, you know.
Yeah.
And I totally get like I saw the reunion shows, some of them, and they blew me away. So fuck yeah, power to Nasum for sure. What do you think? Is Nasum grindcore is real or fake?
100% real. 100% true. I chose this album because it's my favorite album. Yeah, the Human 2.0. Great album. If anybody should start listening to Nasum, I think I would recommend this album.
For sure.
Even if Shift is maybe easier listening, if you can say that about grindcore, like depends. Of course, depends where you come from. Recommend this for your mother. Should she start with Shift or Human 2.0?
Exactly. But I'd say like maybe Nasum is a good starting point for people that want to dabble in grindcore for the first time. Maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
This. Sorry.
Go. Sorry.
This next band, Cattle Decapitation, the new album, Death Atlas. I see people in forums online, they're calling this grindcore, and I was like, this is a band I can't put a label on, but it's definitely not grindcore. To me,
okay.
It really can't be grindcore. It doesn't have enough punk and hardcore in it. It's
really.
Yeah, really? For sure. And I actually wrote Travis Ryan, the singer.
Yeah.
I actually typed it out. I asked him about the new album and the evolution of the band. And today he thinks that they are definitely not a grindcore band, but they are not a death metal band either. But he said that like the early stuff like Human Jerky and Homo War, they were much more grind or like a grind approach in it, but still like dabbling with death metal. And to him, it really wasn't like important to have a label on it. So I'm happy to sort this band out, or at least this album, for fans listening to it and people that still call it grindcore. It's not important, but I like.
Yeah, but that we're just having fun. Yeah. So I'd say this is similar to what we were saying about Full of Hell. I think, like they started off with a lot of roots in grindcore.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Bingo. Shh. Hold on. Let's do this, Bingo. Okay. What an appropriate band to talk about. Is Cattle Decapitation grindcore, Bingo? So like we were saying about Full of Hell, I'd say they definitely their roots are in grindcore, but like how long has Cattle Decapitation been around? Like 20 years? It
has to be.
And these guys like know how to fucking play, man. These guys are like,
shit,
wow.
Yes.
So yeah, they're I can imagine their brain just working like. So they're just like all over the place. It's like a big tree, right? Like maybe the seed was grindcore or death metal, and then it just sprouted into this like crazy fucking tree. That's what I think like Cattle Decapitation is.
But I think one of the reasons why they sounded very much like grindcore in the beginning, because they weren't as good on their instruments. I'm really sad to say it, but to me it really was. It's like this is a technical death metal band that really can't play that well, so let's call it grindcore. I don't know if I'm judgmental.
Okay, that totally makes sense. I've never thought about it that way, but that could totally be it. Like, I'm gonna step out of the grindcore box for a second. You know that band Between the Buried and Me?
Did they write that one with a acoustic intro?
Possibly. Like it's a band that started their roots in the hardcore scene.
Yeah.
Like, but because I think they couldn't play any better, and then they grew into this whole like virtuoso progressive metal band, like kind of like this. Let's say they started in a whole like Black Dahlia Murder kind of metalcore hardcore scene, and then grew into this whole like Animals as leaders.
Yeah.
So I can see that
crazy band.
Something like that. Yeah. So I can see Cattle Decapitation having that sort of evolution.
Yeah. Sometimes when I listen to like newly started grindcore bands, I only feel that they are trying to play something else, but they can't really do it, and it sounds a little bit shitty. So they turn up the distortion and just scream, and just because it's noisy, they call it grindcore.
Right, I can totally see that happening. Yeah. And then when they figure it out, they're like, "Oh no, now we're death metal or whatever."
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
For
Maybe,
sure.
yeah. But to me, Cattle Decapitation is like 100% true. You have you ever seen them live?
Yeah, fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
Like it's as a vocalist, I'd say Travis Ryan is a fucking beast, dude. Like not only like vocal wise, like, but as a frontman and wow, like yeah, for sure, man. Like and great lyrics and great music videos and great artwork. I'd say like they probably have some of the their artwork is very grindcore too, actually. You know, they have like those little elements, you know, like the whole veganism thing is very grindcore, that like artwork, like anti-human is very grindcore. So like I can see how they like people confuse them. So what's your experience seeing Cattle Decapitation live?
Very, in some kind of way, very poetic, actually, lyrics wise, and music, especially on this last album, the music is like following the lyrics in a totally different way. It's like another dimension of Cattle Decapitation, but it already started on is it called Manufactured Distinct, the song that like the one like the, to me, the best song on the album is called, I can't remember what the album is called. And the same one with have you listened to the album with a ape on it, like an ape human sitting on a pile of garbage, like screaming? I can't remember the name of that.
Oh yeah, that's like see, that one I haven't listened to that well, but I know which one you're saying. It's like 2 records or 3 records ago, maybe.
The lyrics, they are just on point. You should listen to the song "A living breathing piece of defecating meat."
Yes, I am aware of this song. Yeah. Is this what I think this is where Travis Ryan started incorporating that troll voice? That's fucking genius, dude. Like for me, that when I heard that, I was like, wait, I'm supposed to think this is ridiculous, but it's fucking badass, dude. Like I was like, wow, a breath of fresh air in death metal or death grind, whatever you want to call it. I was like, wow.
No.
Props, man. See, yeah.
But like grindcore wise, I can't even call it that. So I guess that would fall on the category like false grindcore, but very true music.
Okay. I'd go for grindcore. I'd say it's grindcore. So
you would actually say this is grindcore? Okay.
I'd say it's grindcore. It's like, because for me, if you're rooted in it, no one can get rid of your roots, you know, unless you like. Fine. See, like for me, for example, are you a fan of Converge?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Converge for me is a hardcore band.
Yeah.
You know, because
absolutely,
even though they sound like they are their own beast, you know, but they are the evolution of a hardcore band. So they're a hardcore band that's gone nuts and listens to Neurosis or whatever. But like for sure, so this I'd say that's what happens to me with Cattle Decapitation.
Dillinger Escape Plan. the first stuff compared to like Miss Machine, which sounded like
Right.
it was like a mixture of 9 Inch Nails. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure,
Electronic parts.
Very 9 Inch Nails with kind of like Mike Patton kind of voice.
For
and stuff
sure.
like that. Yeah.
Mike Patton.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what do you think? What's your opinion on the evolution of Dillinger Escape Plan?
To me, it only got better and better and better. All the
Okay.
time. All the time.
Okay.
But I still enjoyed all the stuff. But I mean, when Miss Machine was released, God damn it, I couldn't play the songs on guitar, so the songs that had piano in them and stuff like that, I was like standing at home like playing this on the fucking synthesizer, and like
Nice.
I really enjoy the whole album, like lyrics wise and all the fucked up rhythms, and I think that like for the normal ear, people can't understand the complexity of this fucking beast of an album, you know.
Right.
But to another guy, it can sound like pop, like pop. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
pop music.
I know what you mean, and as someone that's not a musician, well, that doesn't play instruments, it's refreshing to hear this, because I hear so many people shit on the like later Dillinger Escape stuff. So props. I like the evolution, and I totally understand the evolution. Like those, I'd say I'm a fan of their earlier work, but I love that Ironworks album. It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't. It isn't stuck as Miss Machine in my head though. But Ironworks was also very, very good. I couldn't find the name first, but yeah, I could imagine us having this kind of discussion in 20 years when Teething is a fucking country band. We have our roots in grindcore, but we are true.
But now we play synthwave or something. Yeah. So Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah.
Grindcore?
No.
It's not grindcore.
No, not at all. But this next one, I think it falls into the category of Full of Hell. Would you agree?
Ooh.
Insert picture.
Okay. See. First of all, before we get into this is a beast of a record. This fucking record kills, man. Do we agree? Of course. Yeah, dude. Shit, man. No, I think it's not I think it has grindcore influences. I'd say it's a hardcore record. That's what I think.
This is the thing. When you listen to it on Spotify, you don't notice this. But when you listen to the vinyl, the first song on the A side is Conform. It starts with a grindcore blast beat.
For sure.
And the rest of the songs, it's like 2 beats.
Yeah.
The first song on the B side is Traitor. Same thing, starts with grindcore, and then they don't slow it down. It's like still like the same BPM, but a lot more of like 2 beat again.
Yeah.
So the first time you listen to it and you're a grindcore fan, it's like yeah. And then you get and then it feels like they are trying to get you used to listening to hardcore instead of all the blast beats. And to me, I fucking enjoy it. And it's the same thing with you guys, like the mixture between like the D beat, the 2 beat, and the grindcore stuff, you know, the blast beats, and that's the mixture that I love. Because if the whole album would be like the first 2 songs on the A and B side, it would be pretty fucking boring, because you can't be extreme all the time. You need to like be soft sometimes to be able to enjoy the most extreme parts. You know what I mean?
You need to let it breathe, for sure.
Yeah. You need to know what good is if you're gonna tell what's evil is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So this record is, I love that you're talking about this, because this is why vinyl can be important to people.
Yes.
Because you don't think about tracks. You think more track A, track B. I mean, side A, side B. You know,
Yeah.
it's like what do you prefer, side A or side B? You don't even think about, oh, I like track 14. No, so that's a very beautiful part about vinyl. And so yeah, I'd say it's a hardcore record that's very grindy. Like these guys definitely love grindcore. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And dude, here's a cool story. The first time I met you, I don't know if you remember because you were really drunk.
Really?
Yeah, how weird. We were at Obscene Extreme. Teething had played, and you out of nowhere, you kind of like, you're a big dude, you know, and you like kind of like, you're all red and drunk, and you like grab me and you're like, I fucking loved your show. And I think you like threw a beer and you started like imitating me, and you're like, you guys are like, and you used something like, you guys remind me of Nails. So that all stuck in my head, and I was like, and ever since then we began this beautiful friendship we have.
Amazing. I kind of remember that, but I remember the whole fucking show, and it was top notch. Nice. I would say like one of the 10 best shows that I ever seen at Obscene Extreme, for sure.
Ooh,
for sure.
Fuck.
And I've seen many bands there.
You've been many years. How many times have you been?
I think I missed 1 year in maybe 10 or 11 years. I can't tell.
Wow. That's tell.
It can be a lie. Okay. But I think it's I'm sure it's 10. I'm sure it's 10.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. We're still we'll deliver you a new record very soon.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. So what did you say? Is Nails grindcore or no?
I said that they fall into the category of Full of Hell. No. It's definitely more hardcore than grindcore, but the whole approach of the band. No, it's hardcore to me, but definitely 100% true. I was gonna see them in my hometown of Malmö, where I live, but as most of their shows, it got canceled. You know, they always like cancel the shows.
Okay, I've never seen them live. Have you? You've never seen them either?
No.
Okay.
I never had the chance. If I had a chance, I would definitely gone. You know, but I fucking can't fly to the States to see Nails.
You know. Are you aware of the drummer? The drummer's all of his bands. No. Taylor Young. Dude, this guy is like, I have a good friend that we like always talk about music, and we're like, he has this other band called Twitching Tongues. Are you aware of that band?
I never heard it.
He plays guitar in that band, and it's like a Life of Agony type of negative, very hardcore influence band with a lot of like Marauder, beatdown influence. For me, that's like my favorite hardcore band of the last 10 years. Definitely check it out. Twitching Tongues, dude. He plays the drummer plays guitar in that band with his brother. His brother sings.
We need to send each other some stuff later on.
For sure.
Amazing. Fuck yeah. So there we have Nails. Yeah. Hey, can we take like 45 seconds? This guy needs to take a piss.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
No problem. Que tú eres mi esposa y vamos a ver una peli, ¿vale? No.
The stand-in guitar player of Nails is Leon Del Morte. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but he used to be a stand-in guitar player of Exhumed also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I believe so, and I think he's also played in Terrorizer LA. I think.
All right. Yeah. Yes, I've seen it on his Facebook profile. That's where I keep in contact with him.
For sure.
Then with the Exhumed, it was the first time I saw them. The jingle that I have for Wheelmust, have you heard it?
Yes, but I don't recall right now.
It's fucking annoying. Believe me, it's like 80s rock.
Is it? What? And so
Ironic.
go on.
It's ironic as fuck.
Okay.
Leon Del Morte, I sent him the song, and he was the guy who mastered it for me.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Okay.
We're gonna end this video with it, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Fuck yeah, please, dude. Nice, cool guy.
Any more words about nails?
I want to see Nails live so bad, dude. That's
And only play Untitled Death, please, and like a
Dude,
couple of other songs.
the latest record, "You Will Never Be One of Us," I think is badass too, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it is.
And
Violence.
I really like all of the artwork too for like the 3 records. You know, without them, like for me, artwork is a big part of music, and like I think, like the 3. Unsilent Death, Abandon All Life, and You Will Never Be One of Us have very distinct artwork with different illustrators, but they somehow, it's like a pattern. I don't know. It's very cool. That for me, that's very interesting. Somehow they're cohesive. They make sense.
To me, this reminds me of Hellhammer.
1,000%.
Yeah. And the name of the album is Unsilent Death. Unsilent Death. Björn, the bass player of the Arson Project, he built me a guitar pedal. I felt that I had the need for a pedal that disconnected all the sound. So when I pressed it down, it like muted the whole tune. And when I just released it, the sound came back. Like a normal pedal need to like do like this, but this one was only, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Like a kill switch. And he used the artwork of this album and wrote with the same font, Silent Death.
I could see you were getting to that. That's fucking genius, dude.
And like I put it up on Instagram, and I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks later, Björn got contacted by Nails, and they wanted to order like 3 or 4 of them.
No way, really?
Yeah, but
did he make it? No. Oh, he never did it.
No, but he should. But somebody bright that knew it's pretty simple electronics. I actually believe it is. Somebody should make this pedal, like, because every grindcore band needs this, because silence, don't underestimate silence in breaks. It's very, very important many times, because when the sound comes back and hits you, it's going to hit you like a wall. If it comes silence. Yeah.
Our Arson Project played a lot with that.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. I always used it. It was the pedal that I used the most. Yeah.
Good to know. I'll pass on the advice to our guitarist. Yeah, because I think he might have built one similar where he just has to click on it once instead of twice. Yeah. I think. Yeah, it's convenient.
But it's weird that like Boss pedals or whatever pedal brand hasn't done it, because I haven't found it. And it must be so cheap to make.
Yeah.
It's like
Silent Death, dude.
Yeah. Silent Death. We have 3 albums left.
Please.
This game was supposed to be like a side note. This became the video, but it's great.
It took over. Great.
Yeah. What about this?
Gadget. Okay. I can't answer because I haven't listened to Gadget. I mean, I've listened to Gadget, but I can't recall. Look. Didn't Implore do a small run with Gadget recently, like a couple of years ago? I don't know.
I think I can recall that. Yeah.
Because are they American or no?
No. They are from Sweden.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't answer here because I haven't. Yeah. But can you? What about you? What's Gadget?
why I chose to bring this album today, it was because William Blackmon, he's the drummer of Gadget. He has a studio that's called Overlook in the town of Gävle, I think you can say in English. And he has recorded a lot of stuff, but we recorded the Disgust with Arson Project in Studio Overlook. And while we were recording, he had to show us the new Gadget album. Oh god damn it! What is it called? Wait, Gadget album. The Great Destroyer. There we have it.
Okay.
And the reason why I chose to bring up Gadget here today is because, like, back to the definition of grindcore, it's raw and it's fast and all this, but the word raw, can you mix an album and take over, like, I think it was like 12, 13, 14 months like doing something every day because you were annoyed by some sound.
Right.
Is it still raw? It maybe sound raw, but is it still raw if that was the procedure of, like, the evolution of the album? Even if it sounds raw. You know what I'm talking about?
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Hard question, right?
Hard question. Because sometimes in my band, we have that problem. Some of us are like, fucking leave it in. I want it to sound gross. And others are like, no, we can't. Like, not that they're looking for perfection, but they're just like,
wait, whose voice did you make there? No way. who was it?
Everyone else that's not me. And the three of them at the same time. No, wait. No, I'm exaggerating, but there's that whole. I can understand because this guy's like an audio engineer. I can understand him.
Yeah.
It's like you editing videos, right? Or me editing. Or I mean, like, you can understand that.
Yeah.
You can kind of like edit a video forever. You have to know when to stop too, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I can perfect this and this, but can't go crazy with it. You just want it to make cohesive sense. So back to Gadget. I don't know. That's a hard question. I'd say it can still be grindcore, even if they've worked on the production for forever. Because there's fucking records that Napalm Death or maybe even Rotten sound a bit too polished for my taste. And
Rotten Sound and Napalm Death?
Yeah, I'd say they might have a couple records that
for sure
are polished, and I wouldn't say they're any less grindcore because of that.
I guess Barney would say that, actually, because
he would?
Yeah. I interviewed him. What is it, like 2 years ago, and it's like he said that Napalm Death is definitely not a grindcore band. They are so much more than that. And he was talking about so many different kinds of influences, you know. So, but to me, it's still grindcore because, you know, it's like, that's a milestone. It has to be for me to be able to like define something from the ground up, you know.
For example, okay, like, have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good example, but like,
is that a horror movie?
Yeah. So yeah, do you recall it?
Yeah, of course. It's like, is Toxic Avenger a horror movie? It's still a comedy.
See, I'd say the roots are horror.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of comedy. There's like some romance in it. There's some action in it. But the roots are horror, you know? Yeah. Toxic Avenger and Shaun of the Dead, I'd say, are horror movies.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still, if you should break it down, like piece by piece, I think you can also call it a romantic comedy with gore parts.
Romantic comedy with gore parts, for sure.
Do you remember the scene where Melvin is sleeping with his girlfriend in the tent, and when they wake up, there's a big tank outside?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and
dude.
and in the middle of this romantic song, yeah, and you can hear him like moan all the time, it's like like it's like some cheap porno. And the song, it has almost ended. It's like fading out, and the editor just blasting the song again. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even in rhythm, which make it like so much more humorous and funny, you know. So it's, to me, yeah, sure, fucking romantic comedy with gore parts.
There you go. So Toxic Avenger, very much grindcore.
Yeah, not
Politically aware, gross,
Don't litter,
raw
man.
as fuck. Don't litter, bro. Throw your like recycle, dude. Throw your toxic waste with the toxic waste.
Yeah.
Don't bully people.
Yeah.
Trauma, very much grindcore.
Smelvin.
Sorry, so I can't give you my 2 cents on Gadget, but I'll do my homework.
Yeah, but yeah, I so let's go on to the second last album of today. We got Exhumed Necrocracy.
Fuck yeah.
But let's talk about Exhumed maybe, not the album. But we can talk about the album as well.
Okay. I love Exhumed to the bones. What a great bunch of guys. Especially Dylan and Matt. As a side note, I did a road trip with my girlfriend throughout California and Vegas and stuff like that. And we stayed with Dylan, and he showed us his garage where he creates all of the crazy Exhumed props, which was a total love fest. It was fucking. He had like the decapitated heads. He showed us like 4 chainsaws, all of the blood. What a great bunch of guys. Sorry, I'm rambling, but you know, like they're the definition of DIY, man. Like they have this warehouse where they screen print they have the screen printing equipment. They screen print all of their stuff. They built their own recording studio, so it's all like in-house. So I think that's really cool. I might be mistaken. I might be, but I think like they got an advance, and with the money they got, they built, instead of recording at a studio, they built their own studio. So
perfect.
Smart.
Nowadays you can do it very much easily than 20 years ago. It doesn't take that much money. The important thing that you got somebody that do the mix and the mastering. We always send away the BIRDFLESH stuff and we say like, oh, this sounds like shit. But when it comes back, we're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like we actually record everything except the drums in this room that I'm sitting in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you record it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I wasn't aware. Fuck yeah. Man.
And I'm not a genius at all. I just press record with a decent sound and then just send it to Studio Overlook or whatever.
Smart dude. Smart dude. Yeah,
like
DIY.
like minimal costs. the most costly part of the last album was the cover art, for sure.
Was it with Luis Sendon?
No, it was with goddamn it, Per Stålberg, Swedish guy. Yeah, Per Stålberg. Yeah. I should probably know a lot of records that he has done, and I would probably recognize them, but I can't say this album.
Okay. Have you guys released this latest record or no?
Yeah. It was the Extreme Graveyard Tornado.
Oh, okay. So, I think I rambled on a bit about Exhumed, but okay. So
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
What would you like to add about Exhumed before we say if they're grindcore or not?
To me, yeah, it's but it's just as much death metal as grindcore to me, definitely. But it's No, it's grindcore with death metal. It's grindcore with death metal influences. It's to me, it's 100% true. And I know Matt, and I know how many times I've seen Exhumed, and they're fucking great. Necrocracy, it's a little bit slower. The grind parts aren't as clear anymore. Isn't instead of like blasting, it feels like a fast 2-beat rhythm. You know what I mean? It isn't Slaughter Cult.
Yeah.
And
I'd say they're definitely grindcore in the like carcass repulsion sense of the word, you know, for sure. And they definitely have like, that's so thumbs up, grindcore, Exhumed.
Yeah, and true.
And true, fuck yeah, of course, super. But there is a big old school death metal element there, which is very, very present.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite album, by the way?
Exhumed?
Yeah. It can't be the new one, because I think that. Yeah, sorry. Tell me what you think first.
I couldn't choose. I like, you know what I really like? Their split with Hemdale. Like but I'm also a big fan of like their latest stuff. Like this record you just pulled out. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Necrocracy. Instead of democracy, it's necrocracy. I guess the meaning of it is like like a state run by the dead, and I think it's a hint to North Korea. Actually, I think that's the point.
There you go. So I'm a big fan of a lot of like their early work and a lot of their splits. I really like that split with Hemdale, but I also really like their latest couple of records, starting from this one, the latest one, Horror, when they re-recorded their first album. And then they did what was it, the second to last one, Slaughter Cult. Slaughter Cult. Okay. Yeah. So this why did you
sorry.
No, why did you say my favorite can't be the latest one?
To me, the latest album is death metal.
Okay.
To me, if I would hear that record and I haven't heard the band before, I don't know any history at all, I never seen them live, I would say this is death metal.
Okay.
But again, labels isn't important, but if we should use labels, and I guess that's what we're talking about, I would say it's death metal. And I think Slaughter Cult, to me Slaughter Cult is the best. It's like not in a bad way, but it's pretty shitty sound, and it's fucking fast, and it's like, and it's just really raw and extreme in a way. It isn't polished at all, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy it. Especially the song "This Axe Was Made to Grind." You know this song?
I don't know this song.
Check it out.
I feel like I should know this song.
I think you would recognize it when you hear it. It's Decapitation, Crescendo, the first song of the album. Same thing there. It's like fucking blew my way from the first time I saw them. The first time I ever heard them, I mean, this wasn't like a childhood band for me. It was the first BIRDFLESH tour, and we played with them and Atheist in some German town. So it was us and Macabre Rompeprop.
Oh, okay.
And that was the first time, and I was like totally blown away. And I was like, "Is this a new band?" It's like, "Haven't you heard Exhumed?" And I felt like a fucking noob. But
wow, so you were late to the game, but it's never. It's better late than sorry. Yeah. That,
but great fucking band. But to me nowadays it's death metal when I like listen to the new records. But but when you see them live and you hear like songs from all the albums, you totally understand like the evolution, and it's definitely grindcore.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. And yeah, 2 thumbs up for Exhumed. And I think I'm gonna throw this question back to you, but I think I own more Exhumed shirts than any other band for some reason. What about you? What band do you own the most shirts of?
Ooh. What a fucking ego trip. BIRDFLESH and the Arson Project.
Okay.
But except from that, I own 2 Exhumed shirts, I believe. Yeah, 2.
Okay, not bad. Okay, we can battle. You have to keep up with me. I think I have like 4, so you need to buy 2 more by the next time I see you.
Okay.
When we see each other, we're wearing Exhumed shirts.
When you first said it, I thought you had like 15 or something.
Oh no. Do you have a teething shirt?
Yeah, I have 2.
Okay.
I have just as many as Exhumed. I thought of wearing it today, but I think it would be tacky. Yeah, so I was self-promoting my own fest, Malmö Massacre.
Of course you have. Nice.
Yeah, but I have the one, the black one with the red print.
The We Were Friends one.
Yeah, exactly. And the light brown with green print. Not even light brown. I don't know how.
It's like a beige, like sandy.
Beige.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an eye flying out of the guy's head. You're making these, right?
Yes, these are my drawings.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Fucking great. So, last album of today, we got Magruder Grind.
Dude.
Great album.
Dude, what an album, dude.
Yeah.
Like this, if not already, this is a future classic grindcore record.
For sure.
You know? I think this record is as important as I don't know, as it's modern, it's up there with like I'd say like the classic, like future classics are like Insect Warfare, Wormrot, Magruder Grind, you know. But this is my favorite.
The Iron Maiden killers of
there
grindcore.
You go. Yeah, man. I might even say like this has like for me the best production of any extreme record. It's fucking perfect. It was engineered by Kurt Ballou from Converge and mastered by Scott Hull from Pig Destroyer. So I guess that's the like magic combination.
It still sounds so dirty and raw.
Exactly.
And to me, this album is the definition of grindcore. It's like it has humorous parts, definitely. It's raw. It isn't industrial though. Just remember.
But there's a big power violence influence here.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Which is not guilty pleasure, which is like my power violence for me is very much ingrained in my heart. And with all of those like hip hop interludes, like Chris Moore had this very power violence blast. Avi uses this like very infest shriek sometimes. And I think Antonio, our guitar player, had a very nice point, which was, I think, I might be mistaken, but this record has no double pedal. Am I right?
I actually never thought about it. That's weird that I haven't thought about it. Wait, yeah. I need to take this shit off. Wait. This is the Beastie Boys of grindcore.
Let me think. Maybe.
Could you find another band that fits
Maybe-
the description better?
Maybe Despise You.
Despise You. I never listen a lot to Despise You, so I can't really say.
Okay, so well, but I'd like to think one day Teething will be the Beastie Boys of Grindcore. That's why I'm not giving the throne to Magruder Grind yet.
Oh, all right. I'm looking forward to listen to the new stuff. Are you recording now?
We were supposed to record, but COVID hit. So if everything goes well, we will be recording in October. We have 20 songs written. Full length. We have full length written. We have like 20 songs written for full length and a couple of splits.
That's great.
So, yeah. It's all ready to go. We just need to record it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, man. So we're good. And you're done. No more records.
No,
is there another record?
No more records.
Okay.
And I think we are done. But I think we need to do this some other time.
I would love to, man. I would love to. This is off the record, right? Like, are we not?
No,
I mean, like, this is what I'm about to say. Sorry.
Before that, it's like, thanks a lot for watching, and insert jingle here.
Wheelmust, we're coming to get your ugly face on camera. Wheelmust.
The jingle sucks.